Uh, am I live? I think I'm live. There's only one way to check. And actually go to my YouTube channel. Hold on. Whoa. Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm here. Alrighty, well, I'm back. And I'm hunting for the 7th time in a row. I believe I am going to do a different stream tomorrow. I might do 2 streams, I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna try to push myself to do at least a different stream tomorrow so I can, start attracting my other viewers that don't like Pokemon. Um, but I need to get some EV encounters in because I only got 10 last time, and I didn't get to do it yesterday. So we're gonna do it tonight. We're gonna hopefully get through a decent chunk of EV encounters. I doubt the shiny will show up, but I'm gonna, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna pray, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah. What's up, Overlord? Why? Why can I not? Why can I not pull up the chat on my freaking? Oh, there it is. Found it. Yeah, there we go. I have to pull up the chat on OBS so I don't have to open my phone every time because obviously I'm gonna need to use my phone to edit the counter. That's what it's tied to. The counter's tied to is actually my phone. All right. All right, and I also up my mic volume so you guys can hear me a little bit more properly. All right, let's get started. Let me just get my counter up. Yep, and let's see how many EV encounters we can get done tonight. Okay. Oh, that would probably help. That scared me for a second. Just clicked on the wrong one and I saw the red star. I was like, oh, but nah. Oh, there we go. Now we're moving a lot faster. Oh, this hunt's gonna be awful. This is gonna be even worse than Zubat. What? I literally... Oh, because I'm moving so fast that it's... Okay, so that's one thing I would have to get used to. Oh my... That's so annoying. Okay, well, it's not a shiny. I doubt it's going to be for a while. Okay, I'm definitely getting more used to it. I think by encounter like 30, I'll have the whole rhythm down. Yeah, already I'm feeling it. Oh, it's female, which is decently rare. It's not shiny though. You know what they say, every hunt starts somewhere. Another female. Interesting. Probably gonna get at least a few hundred done tonight, judging by the pace. This is definitely gonna go a lot longer than Zubat though, luck-wise and encounter-wise. Yeah, this is definitely moving a lot slower than the previous hunts, which is unfortunate, but I mean, I know I said that Zubat was probably the worst of it because I ran really slowly, and I argued that Eevee is nicer because at least I can control what the encounter is. But honestly, both Zubat and Geodude were good encounters, and they moved a lot faster. So I think this is probably actually the worst of it. Because Hoa was going to be a decently fast soft reset hunt, and then I'm pretty sure my last one's going to be some random wild encounter again, but I'll have a bike, so that'll go by even faster. I'm still thinking between the three I want to evolve it into. I said I was leaning toward Espeon last time. I am leaning more toward Umbreon now. I did not mean to do that. Actually, I have a fun way. What'd you say? Hold on. I didn't extend the chat box enough so I can't read everything. You think Eevee will be under odds? I hope. I said that last time, but I'm actually not as confident anymore. I have a feeling Eevee might be my, could be the one that takes forever. I hope it isn't the one that takes forever, But here's the thing, I got really lucky with Chikorita and pretty lucky with what is it, Zubat, so I'm a little doubtful that Eevee's gonna be nice to me. Because statistically, 60% of hunts will go either 2 or below odds, and 40% will go above. If I'm hitting the 60% twice, odds I hit it a 3rd time in a row are slim. But hey, it can happen. I do think at least one of these hunts is going to be really bad. Like that I'm confident on. And I have a solid feeling it's going to be the Eevee. But I guess we'll find out. I'll tell you what, I have an idea on how I'm going to evolve this. If this Eevee goes under odds, I'll evolve it into an Umbreon. Because I'm leaning slightly toward evolving it toward an Umbreon anyways, and it's slightly more likely that it'll be under odds, statistically speaking. But if it goes above odds, I'll evolve it into an Espeon, because I'd be happy with either. Obviously, Umbreon's the better shiny, but I'd be fine with either. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. If Eevee goes above odds, we'll do Espeon. If it goes under, we'll do Umbreon. Alright, let me actually do my resets while I'm wasting a bunch of time that I could be spending on resets. I feel like that's a pretty good way to determine. Shiny Eevee is such a nice shiny too. I would be very happy to get it. Also, I know like nobody watches these, but I find myself to be a much more cautious shiny hunter than most people, and I feel like that's something that a lot of people need to take notes of. Like, I find people, they'll get to the screen right here where they see the Eevee, and they'll soft reset literally the millisecond the Eevee pops up on the screen, as if they have any time to process if it is shiny or not. And I see so many people fail shinies like that because they're like, oh, I'll know it's shiny immediately and I'll just, take my hands off my keyboard. But no, you don't fully process it unless you give yourself a second. You need to give yourself at least 1 or 2 seconds to look at the fucking Pokemon before your brain can process that it's shiny or not. Which is why I get in the habit, especially for these soft reset hunts, of taking a second. Like literally just an extra second to look at them. It's the difference between failing and keeping a shiny. It's literally that simple. It's not about getting the fastest reset every single time. It's about making sure that you're doing resets at a good enough pace, whilst also ensuring that anything in your power to not fail the shiny. See, like, look, I'm giving it a second. Like, I am 1,000,000% sure it is not going to be the shiny on the next attempt. But there's a small chance it might be. And I'm gonna take the extra second, like I do every single time. Nope, not 43, 42. Whoa! Okay, that's not good. Again, probably wasn't shiny, but it's funny, I was just talking about being careful. That wasn't because I was trying to be quick. I hover my fingers over the reset button, but I don't press them until I see it. accidentally pressed down a little too hard on the R that time. Oh, I didn't even see the EV. If that was the shiny. Just for clear conscience, I'm going to say it's not, because it's way more likely that it wasn't than it was. But it's not a pleasant thought. That wasn't, okay, I want to make it very clear. It wasn't because I was trying to be fast. It was because I hover my fingers over the reset button preemptively, but I wait anyways, just in case. But I keep them in position because, you know, I need to. And I just pressed down a little too hard on the R that time. The R key, because I have a reset binder to control R on my keyboard. I guess one thing I could do to adjust myself. Oh wait, oops, I didn't even take the EV. I guess one thing I can do to adjust myself is wait until the EV's in my party before I do that. Or wait until I literally see it. There it is. You said you started playing Pokemon Go not too long ago. What is the best thing I've caught? Best thing I've caught? I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I've caught a couple of mons that are like 2000 CP, like a throw and stuff. But I think my best current mon I have is a 2600 CP Ursaluna. Which I'm not very good. I'm like level 32, so 2600 is pretty decent for me, but it's not great for in the grand scheme of things. I think my favorite mon I have right now is like Event Decidueye because I love Rowlet. It's like 2468 or something CP. I've got a couple shinies too that I really like. I think I caught a shiny Spear the other day. Sorry, I'm like, why can I not multitask today? Like, I can't talk to chat and do my fucking... I already preemptively updated the resets, even though I didn't reset yet. Okay, well, now I'm going to. I'm not dialed, apparently. Alright, lock in, lock in. I haven't done shiny hunting for a day, all of a sudden I forgot how to do it. There we go. That reset was pretty fast. And not a shiny, so... And there we are. We're at number 50. Oh, that's at 59 for a second, but we're at 50. Ah. I'm excited because I'm on spring break now, and I'm pretty excited. I have a couple of plans. I know I'm going to see a movie with my friends tomorrow. I'm very excited about going to see the Mario Galaxy movie. because we watched the first one. Of course, you have to watch the second one. Type of deal. But beyond that, I also am planning to just get out more this spring and bike around a little bit more. I'm trying to get a 6-pack before the summer. And yeah, I'm happy because my grades have been up in school recently and stuff, and it's nice to have a little break. And also my break's a little extra long because school technically comes back next Friday, but I don't have classes Friday, so I basically get like 12 days off for spring break. It's so peak. It's very nice. Red from Pokemon Origins would mid-diff Ash. Red from any game would low-diff Ash. Ash sucks. I hate to say it, but Ash as a trainer is unironically not very good. Red is easily one of the most prolific and most skilled and well battle-minded trainers that I think has graced any region. He also has the highest level Pokemon of any other like final boss in any of the games. He has a level 88 Pikachu. Level 88. It's fucking crazy. Red is goated, and he has a really well composed team as well. Like he knows how to team build. Ash does not. Ash just kind of goes through regions like he is like a 10 or 11-year-old picking up a DS and just kind of grabbing Pokemon that he likes. Not really looking to like make like a team that's really gonna win the most battles. He's just kind of grabbing Pokemon that he likes for the most part. Red like has a strong bond to his Pokemon, but like he also has like a really well composed team. Like he's got the fire, water, grass going, which is like almost essential for any team. You got the electric type as well to cover the flying type. Like good rule of thumb for any team, for all team building, is you want a fire, water, and either grass or electric. And if you can have both, you possibly could have both, should have both. But having just 3 of the 4 is fine as long. But usually you need fire and water. Electric or grass are the 2 interchangeable ones. Like you can go with grass if you decide to get like a rock or an ice type instead of an electric type. But yeah, Red caught the Mewtwo pretty easily. Well, I don't want to say easily, but he did catch that Mewtwo like a badass. That's another thing. Red also has a Mewtwo. Like, sorry for the red glaze, but like, low-key deserved. Like, that dude's a goat. Like, I think that is a trainer that kids should aspire to be like, way more so than Ash. But I mean, Ash is more. I appreciate Ash because he has a more childlike mind, which is I feel like awesome, which adds a little bit more fun to being a trainer. Like Red had to have a good team because he had to drive out Team Rocket. Ash has the freedom to kind of do whatever because he doesn't have to. I mean, he has had to battle against evil organizations, but I feel like during Red's whole reign, it was a little bit more serious. Keep in mind, this is coming from somebody who hasn't watched the anime, so I could just be spouting complete BS, but yeah. Yeah, this is starting to become more secondhand nature. I said it would happen by the 30th reset. Definitely not, but I feel like I'm finally getting there now. Where I can just kind of do this sort of offhandedly. Bro, give me 20 Pokeballs, I'll catch a Mewtwo right now. I'm kidding. Mewtwo's hard. Mewtwo's a very difficult catch rate. Did you know that Beldum has the same catch rate as Mewtwo, though? It's as hard to catch a Beldum as it is to catch a Mewtwo. Which I'm not sure if that's fully true, because I feel like I have caught Beldum so much easier than Mewtwo on many different occasions. But apparently, they are supposed to have the same catch rate. Not sure if it's just placebo or not, but no to what? Sorry, I was looking at that no for like 10 seconds. I didn't know what you were saying no to. No to, because I asked, did you know if Beldum has the same catch rate as Mewtwo? Is that what you said no to? Ah, I just banged my fucking elbow on the table. God, I've got like 3 female Eevees in a row. Alright, hold on. I'm switching the video. I'm watching. I got YouTube on the side. I'm a little iPad kid, so I need distractions. I already watched this one, but it's a good video, so I'm gonna watch it again. I'm just skipping the ads. Hold on. Oh my god. I fucking hate YouTube. Alrighty. Alrighty. And there's reset number 80. Only got about 8,012 to go before we hit odds. You did not know that? Yeah, it's. I think it's very strange. I don't know why they made it so hard to catch. Oh, I fucking said no to the Eevee. Ugh. God, I've been getting so many female Eevees. This is the worst part of the hunt. It's the first, like, initial part is getting through all the encounters that you just, like, 100% sure are not going to be the shiny. Just all these ones. Hello. Once you get to, like, encounter 1,000, it gets a little mentally easier. Because it's, like, you're starting to get toward the realm of way more toward the realm of possibility of getting it. I'm not there yet. It can happen, but it's not going to. Like, it's super unlikely. Nope, not that many. Not there yet. Alright. 10 more until we get to a counter 100. The first 100. First little cup of water scooped out of the ocean of encounters I'm going to have to go through before one of these EVs turns white. I really hope I get EV before spring break ends. That's all I'm asking. I don't ask for a lot, but I do hope that I get EV before spring break ends. Do I think I'm going to hit odds before spring break ends? I'm not sure, because I'm going to have plans for some of these days, but I guess we'll find out. As of right now, I'm leaning towards Pom-Bomb. I like all of them, though. I think people crap on the Gen 10 starters too much. I think all of them have very good potential, especially for their final evolutions. Right now, I'm picking Pom-Bomb. I think it's cute. I think it's slightly under-designed, but I think it's really cute, and I like it. And it kind of gives me, Torchic vibes, where it's like, it's very simple, but it's cute in its first Evo, and it's gonna have a really cool final Evo. That's the vibes I'm getting from it. I will say that the other two look promising as well. Let me see what you sent me on Discord. Ah, it's Bill. Nice. Okay. I need Bill to be a little bit more generous. Give me a shiny EV. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Gecko's a good one. I mean, I think all of them are good. I think Brout's funny. I know a couple people that like Brout just because he looks funny. Even though I didn't really like Brout when he first came out, but he's grown on me because he's just silly. Like, I think all of them are, honestly, they could go 3 for 3 this gen. Not a lot of starters, I feel like, go 3 for 3 in any of the gens, but I feel like this is one of the gens that could do it. Doesn't Bill also, I could be misremembering, this could be a different dude, but is Bill the same guy that shows up in the Pokemon Red games, in the Pokemon Fire Red games, where he accidentally turned himself into like an Abra or something? I think he accidentally accidentally turned himself into a Pokemon. I forget which Pokemon he accidentally turned himself into, but he turned himself into a Pokemon on accident, and you have to revert him back into a human using like his invention. I think that's Bill. I think. I don't know if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, that's Bill. Okay. Which Pokemon did he accidentally turn into again? Abra? Was it Abra? Oh, he got turned into a Rattata in the manga. I think he turned into something different in the games, though. I forget what it was. I thought it was an Abra. I don't remember. It was either like an Abra or Mr. Mime or something. Gen 6 went 3 for 3? I don't agree because of Chespin. I think Quilladin's middle stage was too mid, and I think while I don't hate the take because I think Chestnut was cool. I think Quilladin was just too mid to say that it went 3 for 3. And Fennekin's line is good, but I think my criteria is that I think each Pokemon, and I think the starter Pokemon in a gen, for it to be a hit or a miss, I think it needs to be, for it to be a hit, I think it needs to be like above like a 7.5 out of 10. And I think the Delphox line just barely hits that mark. If it does hit that mark, I think Froakies line definitely hits it. I don't think I can fully give it to Chespin. I think his middle stage was just too ass. I think if Quilladin was just a little better, I think I would give it, but I can't. Strictly because of Quilladin. I think there have been 1 or 2 gens that have gone 3 for 3. I think Gen 3 went 3 for 3 easily. And debatably Gen 7, but I don't know, Litten's line, I used to say Gen 7 went 3 for 3, but Litten's line is just, I feel like had more potential the more I think about it. Like Rowlett's line definitely hit. Poplio's line definitely hit. I'm not sure if I can give it to Incineroar though, personally. I think if there are 2 gens that went 3 for 3 though, those are the 2 that did it. Gen 3 definitely went 3 for 3. I don't think there's much debate about that. Unironically, Gen 2 has some of my least favorite starters overall. Not because of the fact that any of them are particularly bad, but because I think that I don't think there's a single one that really stands out to me. Like in every gen, there's always that one starter that I'm like, oh, that's my starter. Like Gen 1, Charmander's my starter. Gen 3, Torchic's my starter. I love Mudkip too, but Torchic's my starter. Gen 4, Chimchar's mine. Gen 5, I love Oshawott. Gen 6, I love Froakie. Gen 7, I love Rowlett. Gen 8, I love Grookey. Gen 9, I love I like Fuecoco and Sprigatito. They're both good. I lean towards Sprigatito though. And Gen 10, Pombon immediately jumped out at me. But with Gen 2, Cyndaquil is the one that I think is the closest to that. But Cyndaquil is just like, it's like, Cyndaquil is good. It's like it's probably like a 7 out of 10, like the whole line overall. But I think the Chikorita line's okay. Totodile line's okay. Cyndaquil line's decent. Like, none of them, like, really jump out at me. Like, Cyndaquil definitely is my pick of the 3. But it's not, like, it doesn't stand out as much as the other ones, as the other gens. So, it's technically my least favorite gen of starters, not because I dislike any of them, but because overall they're just all okay, as opposed to one of them being good, one of them being decent, and one of them being meh. Which is, like, usually what I think of most of the starters. You ask this every stream, I wonder why. You can see it, sure. Did I take the EV? I did. Oh, we're already over 100 resets in. That was actually kind of fast. I started off slow, but yeah, I'm definitely getting more used to it. Interesting. You didn't like Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I've never played it personally. I know people that bought Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and they personally enjoyed it. But I will say I haven't fully played through Fire Red yet because I try to do with all my playthroughs. I try to do challenge runs now, and sometimes I just do so many that I just never finish. But I played through normal red, and fire red is just like a revamped version of red, and I enjoyed just default Pokemon red. So fire red seems like it would be a pretty good game. One thing I found myself doing is I was listening to the champion music of the of Blues champion music, specifically Pokemon Fire Red's version. I love Pokemon Red's version of it too. It's nice, but Pokemon Fire Red's version of the Blue champion theme is so fire. Like I don't think they've had a better champion theme than the one in Gen 1. Like I don't think they've done better yet in terms of champion themes. In terms of battle themes though, Zinnia's from Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, that battle theme is really good. She's not really like a champion, but she's kind of like a boss-ish in the post game. She has a really cool battle theme. Pokemon music in general is just so goated. Like they cook with a lot of the themes. Canon challenge, is that like correct me if I'm wrong, but is that a challenge where like I try to make a team of Pokemon that is 1-to-1 with like a trainer in either the anime or one of the games? So like try to like copy Red's team or copy Ash's team, etc. The character you're playing as. Ah, that's interesting. That would be very difficult to do with Red though in most of the games because he uses the starters now, and you can't really get all the starters unless you trade. But I play on emulators nowadays, so that wouldn't really be possible as far as I'm certain. Gold, I'm pretty sure, has an attainable team though. I forget what Gold's team is. Doesn't Gold have a Typhlosion? Unless I'm misremembering, but I think Gold typically has a Typhlosion, doesn't he? For red, you can pick any type of red. So you can pick any variation of his team. Okay. Actually, it is an interesting challenge. I've always thought about doing a run like a cos. I guess I think I refer to it as like a cosplay run. I've always considered that, but I think my brain has been so fried by like Nuzlocke and stuff that like I can't get myself to play a challenge unless it's either extremely strenuous to get through the game, like doing like a really hard unevolved solo run, or there's a chance for me to lose the game, like a Nuzlocke where like you lose all your Pokemon. Like I can't just do like a normal challenge on like a monotype or like a cosplay run because like I know I'm eventually going to win and it's obviously possible. Then again, I am doing a shiny only run right now, but again, like I said, it's at least extremely strenuous to do this. Like even if I know I'm going to win at some point, like it's still going to feel incredibly accomplishing when I do because getting the shinies is so hard. Ethan? Yeah, I know his name's Ethan. I call him Gold. You Golem and Fire and Platinum. I wanted a Golem in this run, but you know what? I'm really not complaining because Golbat and Crobat are pretty goated, and honestly, I'm not sure how I would have done against. Nah, I'm pretty sure I still would have beat Winnie's Miltank if I had like a Graveler or a Golem. I still think I would have preferred Graveler over Golbat, but both are still really good. Geodude is surprisingly good for the first part of this game. Like, it handles the first 3 gyms very well. And I think maybe even the 4th. I think the Haunters have Levitate, which is the one thing, so you can't really use ground type moves on them. So maybe not, but at least for the first 3 gyms, Geodude and Graveler handle themselves pretty well, which is precisely why I was hunting in Dark Cave, but yeah, Zubat and Golbat are still very good. I can't wait until I get the shiny Eevee. Like, I know it sounds so corny, but shiny Eevee is so good. It's like such a nice shiny. Like, I feel like it's going to be a very euphoric experience once I finally see it on my screen. Just need Bill to fucking lock in. If I were to do a cannon run, I probably would avoid Red, just because I feel like his team is a little broken. I probably wouldn't do Ash's team, because that shit I feel like would be kind of lame. But, I mean, Ash has so many teams. So it really depends. I forget which team Ash had that was really good. I think his Kalos team was very good, if I remember correctly. He had like Greninja and Goodra on it, which is pretty solid. I don't know a lot about the Pokemon anime, but one thing I do know that does make me a little upset is that Ash was so close to becoming the fucking champion, and then fucking Alon's Charizard Mega Evolved and beat his Greninja in the final fucking part of the battle. Rorik is definitely an interesting. I think definitely an interesting gym leader. I like that he uses fossils as like a fossil as his ace. Not a lot of gym leaders do that in any of the games, other than like I think like the Rock gym leader in the Kalos games. I forgot what his name was already, but I think Rorik's pretty cool aesthetically too. And then Byron, that's I think I'm remembering correctly, right? From Sinnoh. Sinnoh? Am I thinking of the right guy? I'm not thinking of the right guy. I was thinking of the dude from fucking Gen 5. Why the fuck am I forgetting the name of the Gen 5 region? It's Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh. What the fuck is the name of Unova? Yeah, there it is. Sorry, my brain just farted. Yeah. I forgot who Byron was. Unless I am thinking of the right guy. Is that the dude with the Bastiodon? Is that the dude with the Bastiodon? I forget. God, I played through all the games and yet I forget so many things. Unova, Callus, yeah. I thought so. I got to Unova eventually. It just took a second. I love Unova. Unova is actually a really great region. It's just, yeah. I think they probably have my least favorite starters overall, though. I love Oshawott, but Tepig is just okay, and Snivy I'm just really not a big fan of. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was the dude with the Bastiodon. He's cool. Does he have like the purple hair and the shovel? Yeah, he's cool. He looks cool. I feel like the last 50 have gone really slow, despite the fact that I feel like I've gotten more used to this. Maybe I'm just getting impatient. Oh my god. The worst part of this counter is that I have to manually type it. So I keep misfucking typing every time. I think you can probably find something online of some, like, Gold's canon team. Or did you mean to say guess and not guys? I don't know. It could go either way. Oh, guess what team's Gold canon is? I really don't remember. I have like vague ideas. Like I think he had a Typhlosion. I think he might have had like a Noctowl or something. Oh, he has the red Gyarados? I guess that makes sense, right? That he would have the red Gyarados. Sudowoodo makes sense because that also pops up in the story in these games. Does he have a Noctowl? Am I right about that, or did I just make that up? I thought he had a Noctowl. Oh my god, I keep fucking talking to Bill instead of checking the EV. There we go. 2 right. Okay, I was right about Noctowl. Okay. You also do get the Togepi egg, that's true. I don't think Gold had a Togekiss though. Unless I'm wrong. I really don't remember what he fucking had. Dragonite or Hitmontop? You get the free EV from Bill. That is what I'm doing. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Gold had an evolution. I'm not sure if he did, but... You want to know what actually could be a decently fun run? Doing a shiny only of a cannon run. That would suck with this game, because I mean I'd have to specifically go for shiny Cyndaquil, meaning I'd have to reset if I got a shiny Totodile or a shiny Chikorita to pop up. That would be painful. So I don't think I could do it in a game like this. I'd have to do it. I probably would do it in one of the games where the shiny odds were a little bit better, like Gen 6 and beyond. Because I think Brendan's team would be a pretty, like Brendan from Hoenn would be a pretty cool one to do. I think he has a Trico, if I remember correctly. Or I could be May and then get a Torchic and get a Blaziken, but shiny Blaziken kind of sucks. Alright, hold on, let me take a sip of water after this evening, because I'm a little thirsty. The Brave EV. You think it's a bad omen to hunt on April Fool's Day? I'm not sure. It might be. Oh, it's so hot in my room. It's the one downside of it being so nice out. It's like I'm like fucking boiling in here. My cousin Yuli's opinion. Oh, Tom and Jerry. That cartoon sucks. They're a cold shower. I don't like cold showers. I've done them every now and then, and they're kind of nice when like you have a fever, but that's about it. It's also not good to do them when you have a fever though. Like it feels nice, but it's not good. He does have a Tyranitar, doesn't he? That makes sense. That's the pseudo legend of Johto. Tyranitar is so cool. I love Tyranitar. Definitely one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. It's not better than Scizor, but it is a really good one. Scizor is definitely my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. Scizor is so sick. I love Mega Scizor as well. Cyndaquil, Red Gyarados, Sudowoodo, Eevee, Togepi, and Tyranitar. Is that correct? Can we get a fact check on that? It's not a bad team. A lot of type overlap though, like a lot of normal types. Well, there's 2 normal types. And 2 rock types. Actually, he also has an Ampharos. Ah. I love Ampharos too. Ampharos is also one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. Probably like top 3 to top 5. I actually got an Ampharos today in Pokemon Go because there were so many Ampharos out today. You can catch Larvitar in 2 main locations in the Johto Safari Zone and Mount Silver. Oh yeah, that is true. I remember. I remember I was looking for a Larvitar like right before I got to Red. And I had to fucking literally get to Mount Silver to get one. I do remember briefly finding Larvitars when I was in Mount Silver about to fight Red in my first ever playthrough of this game. Fun fact, by the way, in my first ever playthrough of Pokemon Heartgold, I decided to shiny hunt the starter, and I got a shiny Chikorita, like I did right now, in about a week and a half of resets. And I went through the entire game with a Chikorita on my team. And that's the same run that I'm talking about, where I went all the way to Red, and I saw like the Larvitar and stuff. Be the champion Pokemon Gold once. Red, I also don't think is that hard though. Like if you catch Ho or Lugia, Red is not that difficult. Like I had a team that was like 15 to 20 levels lower than all of Red's Pokemon, and just because of the fact that I had Ho on it, I was able to beat him. Like I think first or second try, or maybe third try. And I only had to use one more full restore than he used on me. Like, he used 2 full restores, I think I used 3. He's not that hard to beat, because his Pikachu gets one-shot by practically any ground-type move from a decently leveled and decently powerful Pokemon. Pikachu, in general, is a pretty weak Pokemon. But the starters are difficult to deal with, but if you have counters to them, they'll be fine. Pokemon X is nice. I played the Pokemon X recently. It's not my favorite Pokemon game, but it's a good one. Hoenn is still my favorite region to play through. I think it always will be. I love the Hoenn game so much. And there's not too much water like those stupid game reviewers say. Hoenn is a very good region. Peak starters, peak story, great champion, great rival, really good story for the evil team organization, great legendaries. Like, there's nothing wrong with Hoenn. The only annoying thing is the HMs, but that's so negligible when you think about all of the cool things that Hoenn brings to the table. Hoenn is just a definitive, like, easily at least top 3. I feel like most people would agree with that. I think my favorite Kanto gym leader overall is Blaine. I've always liked Blaine. But I always liked fire types a lot as a kid as well. But I always thought his Arcanine was so cool. Him and Brock were like 2 of my faves. Oh, that battle against Lysander. The one where you get Xerneas and or Yveltal and you have to battle him, right? I know you were asking Nick, but I do like that battle. It's a cool one. That's so annoying. Me to do the resets, to count them, yes, but this, all what you're seeing on screen, like me selecting the EV over and over again. This is a ROM I'm using on my computer. Like the game is actually like on my computer. But I'm counting the resets on my phone. Yes. That little count you see at the top is actually like a really cropped, zoomed in image of a Google Doc, and I'm editing it on my phone so that it can show up on stream. I spoiled my secret. Yeah. Because setting up like a hotkey for like an actual counter is a little complex. And also I'm using 2 monitors, so I'd have to click back on the ROM every time. And click back on to, you know. Actually, I mean, granted, if I set up a hotkey, I think it would work even if I was toggled onto this screen, but it's a lot of work and I'm not good at scripting. So I'm just settling for the easier option, even if it's like ever so slightly more inconvenient. Thank you for the fun fact. Same here. Oh, I rejected Bill twice. My bad. And it was a little random. But same. Oh my god, how many times have I rejected this motherfucker? I keep doing that. Alright, there we go, we're at 207. Oh, I need a new YouTube video. Lance Bruno Koga. Flint is really cool. He kind of sucks in the Diamond Pearl games, but he has a pretty solid team in the Platinum games. I'm trying to find a good video to watch. Sure. Let's go with this. These beat the Elite Four in Pokemon Book Bronze were requests. All the Pokemon are level 100. I already have. I've played I think I've played one of the knockoff like Pokemon Book Bronze games. I'm not sure if it was that specific one, but I've played a game where like the champion has like a fucking like PvP team, and he has like a Gold Dango and like a Glamora on his team and other stuff. And I was able to beat it. It's hard. It's a difficult battle, but random fun fact. But thank you for that. The Mega's and a Z move. I mean, shit, if I have a Mega and a Z move too, I mean, seems like a fair fight to me. There we go, we're already through a couple hundred encounters, making a small dent. I'm gonna try to get to 500 before I end stream. I'm gonna be here for a minute. Unless I get impatient, I might stop at like 400, but I'm gonna try to get to 500. Oh, I did it again. Did it again where I reset before I saw it. Again, not because I was like trying to be quick, but because I did the fucking thing where I hovered my fingers over the inputs to reset, and then I accidentally just pressed on them out of habit. Like, notice how when like I'm actually like doing the resets, like I'm like taking a second to look at the EV. Like, I just actually placed my hands on the keys too hard, preempting the reset. And I really hope none of those were shiny. Again, chances are incredibly small, but it would suck if that was the case. But again, for the sake of peace of mind, I'm just gonna assume they weren't. Actually, do I even count those as resets? Because I didn't even see them. I mean, they were resets, but like, I'll count them because it's like I did get, whether it was a shiny or not, I did get the encounter. I just didn't see what it was. Sorry, I'm probably gonna get a little quieter now because I'm just kind of gonna get into a flow state of watching YouTube and doing resets, so I can crank these out as fast as possible. But I will respond to any chat messages that come in. But in terms of me kind of just talking to fill the gaps, probably won't be happening as often. So I apologize for that in advance. I see you sent me a few images. Those are pretty cool. I can't pull up Discord right now. I think it's gonna slow down my stream too much. I also don't really want to slow down my resets right now, sorry. Me? I didn't watch Blue Lock. I'm not sure who you're talking to, but I did not watch Blue Lock. Flow state? That's just a term that I use. I think Team Magma and Team Aqua are honestly my favorite. I think they're just the coolest. Team Rocket is also a classic. I like Team Rocket as well. Yeah, flow state isn't unique to people that watch Blue Lock, unfortunately. I'm hitting a flow state in encounters though. Oh, for one white EV. I feel like that's the concept for most Pokemon games that were like these like kids that are like 9 or 10 stop these really huge evil organizations because they're like some sort of child prodigy. I think that concept's pretty cool. And that's the concept of most of the Pokemon games. I don't think there's many of the protagonists that are adults, if any. Yeah, Lysander's cool. Very cool. I hate him, like, personally, because I think he's very evil. I think he's one of the more evil of the leaders, but I think he did look pretty cool in that particular scene. When you got the Xerneas or the Alvatal and you had to fight him. It was pretty cool. Alright, 250. Sorry if my keyboard clacking is annoying, by the way. I know my keyboard's very loud, and I also up my mic sensitivity, so... Yeah, sorry about that if that's annoying. I gotta do what I gotta do. Yes, I am. I want my friends to see it. Quite excited. My expectations are low, but it's gonna be fun because I'm with my friends, so I don't really care too much whether the movie's bad or good. Watching a bad movie with a group of friends, I feel like, is almost as good as watching a good movie with a group of friends, because you can at least laugh about it. We're approaching 300. It'll take a little bit, but we are getting there. On my YouTube video. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. I didn't even fucking grab it. What am I doing? Ready. The resets feel so much slower, even though I'm going at around the same pace. I feel like it was forever ago when I was at 270. I just counted in my head, it's like a little less than 15 seconds per reset, meaning I'm getting about 4 per minute, which isn't bad. Which is about 240 per hour. I mean, theoretically, I shouldn't have to be here for more than another hour before I get to where I want to be, which I can do. I can be here till 2-ish. Which means I gotta lock in. It's an interesting conspiracy theory, but it's not a great one because I think if they had a concept that cool, it would be something that was made known at some point. You know what I mean? Like it would be a thing where you could battle Professor, like you reveal that he's like the leader of some of the great evil organizations, and then you could battle him through the game. Like they wouldn't make that concept just as like an Easter egg. Like they would make it something known in the games. Which I'm surprised they have yet to make a game where the professor turns out to be evil. It also doesn't make any sense because there are many of the evil masterminds of the evil teams that are revealed. Unless the conspiracy theory is that he's behind all of those as well. But oh, I didn't even grab it. Just skip the ad in my video again because I keep getting like 50 ads. There we go. Alright, very close to 300. Ah, I see. There we go. That's the 300 reset. Assuming I've been counting correctly, which I think I have been. I don't think I've missed a reset or added one. It's kind of hard to. How decently slow the encounters are. Like I think I'm moving at half the pace I would have been if I was doing a wild encounter. How do I soft reset? Well, on a ROM you set up specific keybinds on your keyboard to do specific things. And you can also set up shortcuts. So I just set my shortcut for soft reset to be Control R on my keyboard. I didn't make it just R because I could find myself accidentally hitting the R key somehow and then resetting a lot of progress. Or potentially losing a shiny that way. Yes, I did. I did see the picture of Bill's full body in the Discord. Yeah, that's how I soft reset. I just, I set a shortcut on my keyboard to be Control R and then I soft reset. On an actual DS, I think the binds are select L, R, and start to soft reset. Alright, less than 200 left before I call it a stream. Oh, that's the Pokedex. I don't need that. I'm not gonna have many Pokemon in there because I'm only catching shinies. Yeah, that is. It's pretty much just the Pokemon Encyclopedia. I find it as a nice touch, especially in the games, because you can read a little bit about the Pokemon and their backstories and like their lore. I guess it's cool. They're oh, never mind. Give me another one right after. That's wait for that one to go. There we go. Nope, not that. Sorry, I'm just kind of humming along to me music. Maybe, yeah. It is getting a little late, so I can see why. Oh, you're still here. Nice. For the record, I do not condone staying up as late as I am right now if you are sizably younger than me, but I'm not your parents either. Oh, didn't grab it. God. I zone out a little too much sometimes when I'm doing this. Oh my god. Not locked in. Definitely getting a little tired, but I'm gonna really try to get to 500. I need to make a dent in this. I'm gonna make a small dent in the fucking ocean of encounters I'm gonna have to go through. Because I have a good feeling we're gonna go over odds, so. Considering how under odds I went the last 2 months. So I need to make a sizable dent for the potential fucking 16,000 encounter hunt. That church is crazy. Definitely not the place to be. Using the iPad. Oh. Oh, outside of church, not in the church. Okay. Could be worse. Oh god, freaking ads. That is true. Easter's coming up. I swear I. Oh my god. I should have been at 350 by now. But I'm just. I think my emulator might be moving slower, and then I'm also moving slower, which is not helping. Well, a lot of places close on Easter and on many holidays for that matter. Yeah, I think they're very cool. Elective Iron, Night Mortar. And they're very cool Pokemon. I'm happy they gave Electabuzz and Magmar evolutions outside of Kanto. Sizewor's my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. Sizewor's one of my favorite Pokemon in general. I love Sizewor. I love its Mega Evolution. It's great in battle. Looks really cool. Great typing. It's my favorite color, which is red. What's not to love about it? It's a great Pokemon. I love Sizewor. feel like I'm definitely getting better at these resets as time's going by. Shit, like a flow state for like the last 20 or 30 encounters where it just wasn't saying anything. My bad. Let me crush through the number though. The numbers. Rhyperior is very cool. Well, there's a lot of Pokemon I don't like. Yeah, it's another one of those that I'm happy it got an evolution in the later games. Like Rhyhorn and Rhydom are already very cool. Yeah, I saw. Depends what the grudge is for, but yeah, I think in most cases that's a good philosophy to have. Oh, oops. I'm gonna see so many of these damn EVs, huh? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to 500. I'm getting a little tired, but I'm gonna push myself. Push myself hard. I might try to get up to 1500 tomorrow because I think I might do two separate. Actually, no. I think I'm just gonna get up to 1000 tomorrow because I might do two separate. I'm not sure how many streams I'm gonna do tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do at least one. And I'm probably not gonna be streaming this tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be streaming something on Roblox or something. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna be streaming this tomorrow. I'm either doing one or two streams tomorrow. I'm not sure what yet. don't really dress up that much for Halloween anymore. I mean, I do as a joke, but I don't really cosplay as anything. I try to just wear like funny costumes, either those like random inflatable ones. I'm at 380, right? Yeah. Those random inflatable ones, or like I dressed up as like a nerd with a propeller hat for last Halloween. But I don't really go after Halloween. I don't cosplay as any particular person either. So probably not, but not because I don't think Rourke is cool, just because it's not something I do. Oh, fuck. Another one down. Nah, I'm not doing egg hunt. I also don't really celebrate Easter. But, when I was a kid, I know I used to do like the egg hunt stuff. I don't do it anymore, though. It's mainly for little kids, in my opinion. It's not a great diet. I would strongly advise talking to him about that, because that is not good for your health, especially long term. Yeah, it's not great. I used to be on a diet like that though a while ago. I'm a lot healthier now, but it's not good. The food in the U.S. is very addictive, so I understand why. But you can't eat like that every single day. It's just not. It's not sustainable and it's not good for you, obviously. But yeah, that's needless to say. But Just restating the obvious. Oh, not that. There's the 400 DV. 100 more to go until I end stream. Sorry, just stretching. Gyarados is a really nice shiny. I'm gonna get one on this team because you get a free shiny Gyarados in this one, which is the red Gyarados. It's a really nice shiny. Red shinies, I feel like, tend to be very consistently good. There's, generally speaking, a bad, like, red shiny. I have not seen that. I don't watch a lot of the anime. For the last few encounters, we going by pretty quickly. I feel like I'm not sure if I'm just getting more used to it, or if I'm getting better at doing the encounters, or what. But also, I feel like I'm having phases every like 100 encounters where I'm like, oh, I feel like it's going slow. I feel like it's going fast. So I think it might just be more of a mental thing than like an actual thing. To be fair, I kind of hope I don't get the EV right now because it's really late. My parents are asleep. I have a feeling I'm gonna have a very uncontrollable reaction if the EV shows up right now. That might cause me to wake up my parents. I'd have to really restrain myself, which I think I can do, but I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have an initial reaction that's really loud without even realizing it. And then I'm going to realize, like, immediately after, like, when it's too late. I'm surprised you're still here. Sorry, what are you referring to again? I literally just forgot what I said like 30 seconds ago. I actually literally just forgot everything I was saying like 30 seconds ago. I'm skipping a YouTube ad. Hold on, I'm gonna need to update my counter because it's 423. We buy Yeah, I like Weavile. Sorry, it took me like forever to respond. I do like Weavile. It's not like one of my favorite Pokemon, but it's a cool Pokemon. I know, I think the Gen 4 Ice-type gym leader has one. It's a pretty scary mon to be up against competitively and just in general. But it is very, defensively weak, so you can always kill it easily. It's just really fast and hits hard. But it's a cool mon. Good shiny too, it has a decent shiny. It's like pink and yellow. It's cool. Oh, I'm gonna get, okay, so I set a little precedent, I think, before you joined. I'm not getting any of those. I'm gonna get Espeon or Umbreon. But the little rule I set is that if it's under odds, like if I go under odds on this hunt, so under 8,192 encounters or lower, I'll say, I will get an Umbreon. I'll get an Umbreon as the shiny. If it goes over, I will do Espeon. I think it's nighttime in my game. But, I mean, I'll, adapt depending on what I decide to evolve into. Like, if it's daytime, I'll hold off on evolving the EV until it, turns nighttime, etc., etc. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. If the hunt goes under odds, it's gonna be an Umbreon, and if it goes over odds, it'll be an Espeon. Because I can't really choose between either of them. I think Umbreon's a better shiny, but I think I like Espeon more in battle. So, kind of letting fate decide a little bit. Alright, I have a new YouTube video to find. Hold on. Come on. Alright. Four. I remember being at this specific encounter number with Zubat not too long ago. It's 2 a.m. for me. I'm up very late. I had a very busy day, but I wanted to get some hunting done before I went to bed, and I'm gonna sleep pretty soundly because I'm pretty tired. To stayed up a little late. But I needed to make a dent in this hunt because I knew it was gonna take a while, so we're doing it. Shiny hunting's a grind. It's a really big grind. You know, maybe 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, 20,000 resets later we'll get this EV, but it will eventually happen. You know, and I'm willing to wait. And I'm gonna make it very clear there is no point where I will quit this hunt because I saw a shiny hunter's philosophy recently that I thought was I mean, pretty insightful. It's a relatively popular shiny hunter by the name of Supreme Arcanines, and they were hunting a shiny Registeel, and it took 70,000 encounters. It was 1 in 8, 192 odds. It took 70,000, which is like a 0.03 or like a 0.003 or something crazy like that percent chance to have a hunt go that long without seeing a shiny. And throughout that entire hunt, he was having people asking him like, "Oh, what number are you gonna quit at? Like you're at 50,000. Like what number are you gonna like call it quits?" And he thought that was so stupid because it's like, why would I go 15,000 encounters just to not get the payout? And I'm kind of adopting that same philosophy. Like, I don't think I'm gonna go 70,000 encounters. I don't think I'm probably not gonna go above 20,000 for most of these hunts, or any of these hunts. I would hope. And argue like it's like less than like a 5. I think it's like a 5% chance around ish, maybe 6% chance that a hunt goes above 3x odds, and 20,000 is less than that. So it's maybe like 6% chance that it'll get to 20,000. Which it can happen for maybe one of these, but if it happens, it's only gonna happen once. And if a hunt goes to 20,000, I'm gonna hate it, but I'm gonna do it because like once I've already done hundreds of resets. All of this would be a waste of time if I didn't keep going until I got the shiny. You know what I mean? So this could take 10,000, 20,000. God forbid, takes 30,000. I'm gonna go until I see this EV shine because it'd all be for nothing if I did all the resets and then didn't get the EV. So there's no point where I'm gonna quit. Alright, that was a random tangent, but it's also saying shiny EV from Heartgold. Like later games, there's no shiny charm in Generation 4. That is true. Yes. Yeah, I knew all of these things. Yeah, if it takes that long, might be a different story. Like if like some sort of omnipotent god came down and was like, yeah, it's gonna take you like 1 million encounters. Maybe I would then decide to not. Oh, years, yeah. I'd be dead. Long dead. Yeah, I only found out kind of recently that the shiny charm was introduced in Gen 5. I thought it was introduced in Gen 4, but it was introduced in Gen 5. I found that out recently. Actually, I think I thought it might have been introduced in Gen 3 for a little bit of time as well, but you know, it's Gen 5. The base odds get a lot better in the later games. It gets to 1 in 4,096, and there's also shiny hunting methods in Gen 6, like there's SOS in Kalos, there's the Friend Safari, and then Omega Ruby, there's the Dexnab chaining, there's chain fishing, which is in both Oris and in Pokemon X and Y. There's horde hunting, which is in both. Beat this run at 99 years old. I hope I'm still 20 by the time this this runs over. But hey, if I need to make it to, you know, drinking age before I can finally beat this run, then Fuck, we'll make it to drinking age. Oh, 463, right? Yeah. I technically only have 3 more shiny hunts left. I have 2 team members. The Gyarados is guaranteed, which will be a 3rd one. There's this Eevee I'm doing right now, and there's the Ho-Oh and whatever I decide to get as the last team member. I kind of set a little mental thing for myself, though, where I might shiny hunt Lugia at the very end of the playthrough. Like, right before I fight Red, I might shiny hunt that Lugia that you can get in Heartgold at level 70. But I'm only going to do that under a couple of conditions. If literally all of my hunts go under odds, maybe one exception to that rule. Like, if one goes over odds, maybe I still will do it. But either one or none of my hunts going over odds, and I need to still have the Master Ball. That is the only way I am doing that Lugia hunt. If I need to use the Master Ball against Toho, I'm not getting that Lugia. I'm just going to stick with my team of 6. But if I still have my Master Ball by the time I get there, and all of my hunts have been pretty lucky, I'll try my luck at Lugia. Maybe I'll sit there for 20,000 encounters, but you know what? I'd be totally fine sitting 20,000 encounters for a shiny if all of these ones go over under odds. Like, I wouldn't care too much. I mean, it would definitely be annoying, don't get me wrong. It would definitely be annoying. I'm gonna put this out here. It would be annoying. I wouldn't like it, but I could do it. Yeah, I think Gen 3 just has some of the best story related things, whether it's the legendaries or the evil teams in all of the Pokemon games. So naturally, I like Team Magma and Team Aqua more than a lot of the evil organizations in a lot of the games. I think Team Galactic's also pretty cool, but they're low-key like really evil, so I have a little bit extra hate for them because they're not just like, you know, like they're like genuinely genocidal. And like not even with like good purpose. Like they actually just are like evil. Like at least with Archie and with what's his face? What the fuck is Team Magma leader's name? Maxie. At least with Archie and Maxie, like they actually thought they were trying to make the world like a better place. Like I'm pretty sure. What is his name? Cypress? No, that's not Cypress. That's a professor. The fucking Team Galactic leader, Cyrus, the guy that you fight in the Distortion world. I think he actually was just doing everything for selfish reasons. Yeah, Maxie. But even though I don't, obviously Archie and Maxie were very misinformed. Like they at least had good intention behind it, and like they admitted they were wrong, and like they helped us out once they realized they were wrong. And overall, they're funny, and I think they're likable in certain ways. But beyond that, I think Team Magma and Team Aqua also are just a cool organization. I don't know why, like not cool for what they stand for, but just cool in general, like aesthetically, I guess. I don't know. Have you seen Cyrus and Diamond and Pearl? Not in the anime, but in the games. my god. Oh my god, I can't type. Like, so much time just fucking. Nope, not that many. Jesus. $16 more left. I'm gonna call it a stream. God, I've talked to Bill almost 500 times. 27, wow, happy birthday. I'm very intrigued to add up all of the encounters at the end of this. It's not going to be a fully accurate number because I don't think my Zubat number was fully accurate. But just to even just getting a general idea of how many encounters it'll take to get all of the shinies I'm going for, well, I think will be interesting to see. Even if it's not fully accurate, just it'll be pretty close to accurate, and I think that's pretty cool. I hate to break it to you guys, I don't think Eevee's showing up today. I don't think that's what you guys are implying, but I'm just saying Eevee is not showing up, probably. It can happen, but it's not going to, I'm not gonna lie. I think Eevee is potentially going to go over odds. I think it's very likely it'll go over odds. I'm kind of just waiting for one of these hunts to go over odds, given how quick Chikorita and Zubat were. I'm feeling it coming. Thank you, I really appreciate that. I'm happy you guys still enjoy even the boring streams where nothing shines. Try my best to interact and stuff. Chat as much as I can, keep you guys engaged, as well as keeping myself engaged, so I can go for longer, get more of these encounters done, so that we can get a shiny in maybe not fewer streams, but fewer days. I didn't even grab the Eevee that time, though, so you know I'm getting tired. Nope. Five more. Last 5. Home stretch. Are we gonna get a shiny? Almost definitely not. Nope, not you. Another female one. I'm gonna have to double check if the females are actually rarer than the males. I think they are. Thought they were. It is 30 this year. Yeah, I think Pokemon Day was recently, right? Yeah. Alright, here are the last 3 Eevees. That's one. That's 2. Alright. Here it is. We made it. Made it to 500. Technically, I did 490 encounters today, because I had 10 already banked from last stream, but I'll take it. Last one. Not shiny. Alright, and that's 500, I think, unless I messed up once or twice. But I'm pretty sure it's 500, and if not, it's close. Alrighty. That is all I've got for you guys tonight. Thank you for joining. Thank you for, keeping me occupied, giving me people to talk to. Thank you for being active in chat. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. I might be doing this again tomorrow. I'll definitely be doing this again Thursday. Fingers crossed, at least I hope. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, fall out of the mood or something. I doubt it though. Probably will be streaming again tomorrow. No promises, but I probably will be streaming again tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's gonna be this, but I'll be probably gonna be streaming again tomorrow. Yeah, that's about it. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. If you haven't liked the stream already, please do. Yeah, and that's all I've got for you guys. I'll catch y'all later. Thank you for joining.